I'm a self-taught web developer and a mentor in Duty School, and I welcome you all to this video where we're going to talk about pseudo selectors. And pseudo selectors are also one of the important topic in CSS to which a beginner needs to focus upon. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so that you never miss another update from this video. So without any delay, let's get started. So my friends, let's get started with this video. Now, what exactly are pseudo selectors and how pseudo selectors are helpful for us in CSS to style the elements. So firstly, I wanted to tell you that there are two types of pseudo selectors. First is pseudo class selectors and second is pseudo element selectors. Now this both of them have their own purposes in CSS to style the elements. First is pseudo class selectors. Now why pseudo class selectors are used? Whenever you want to define a special state of the particular element, you use pseudo class selectors. Now what do I mean by special state? Now, firstly, let's talk about one button. Now, in modern websites, whenever you take your cursor over any button, you will notice that its color changes, its background changes, something or the other thing happens to state that it is changing its color or it is active, right? So for that reason, to give the special effects, to define the special state of particular element, we use pseudo class selectors. Now, let us first write here anchor tag, and then I will right click me, and after that I will style this. I'll give it a border, and the most importantly, whenever you use anchor tag and you want to remove that underline thing, the most important thing you must do is using text decoration property and setting its value as none, because this thing is very crucial and must be remembered by all the beginners, that whenever you need to remove that underline, using text decoration property is important. Now next I'll change the color, and yeah, I'll give it some padding. Now this is the initial state of the button. This is how it looks whenever you want to normally display it on your website. Now to define a special state, like whenever somebody takes their cursor over it, how to show it. Now here I'll write a, that is anchor tag, and then I'll put one colon. Now another thing I want to say, that whenever you are using pseudo class selectors, you must use only one colon, single colon, and then you will write hover, and then inside that bracket you will state all those properties that you want to apply to your element when it enters into that special state. Now I want that its background color should turn into yellow and its color should also change. There is no such rule as you should only use single property. You can use as much as property that you want. Now I will do this and I will take the cursor. Now you notice that how it changes and it looks really cool. Now next thing comes is that pseudo class selectors has only one thing, that is hover, or there are more properties. Yes my friends, there are more things in pseudo class selectors, not just hover effect. And with this you can do many more things using links, and that I have covered in this particular video, and I recommend you all to go and check it out, because in that video I have explained you in detail about the hover effects and how to use them with links as well as on buttons. So it is very helpful when you want to make attractive UIs of the website, so it becomes handy at such times. Now talking about the another things that we can do using pseudo class selectors. Now suppose you want to style only the first child. Now suppose you want to style only the first child of particular element.
And if you're wondering what kind of code editor I am using right now, then it's Nutanix School's code editor. And the best thing about this code editor is that it is very much useful for beginners. Why is that so? Because not only you can write code over here, you can also learn programming and solve practical questions just for free. Don't you think that is cool? And also what this Newton School is, again I have seen people who ask always that what is Newton School, what do they teach, where do they teach. So let me tell you about Newton School. Newton School is an online learning platform where you can learn full stack development courses and get your dream job. And the best thing about this is you don't have to pay any fees until you get placed in best companies. So check out the link in the description to skyrocket your coding career.
So let's do that here right away. Here I will write this div, and inside that div I'll use two paragraph tags. Okay. Now here we have only two paragraph tag, but suppose if there are 50 or 30, at that time you want to select only the first child. At that time, what you will do, you will select paragraph tag, you will put single colon, and then you will write first child. Okay, and after that, suppose I'll say the turn the background to red. Now you will notice that only the first paragraph tag, the first one only got affected and its background color changed into red. This is how pseudo class selector works. Now talking about pseudo element selectors, how exactly do they work? Now pseudo element selectors is very simple, I guess, because only thing you have to remember is that whenever you want to format, select only the part of particular element, not the whole element, only the part of that element, at that situation you can use pseudo element selectors. At such times, whenever you write one line, and we have read in most of the newspapers that the first letter of the paragraph is in bold and is in capital letter, right? So if you want to give such effects or change a part of that element, at such situations you can use pseudo element selectors. You will notice the first letter of this paragraph, of all the paragraphs, got selected and it turned its background as red. Now similarly, in the definition we have also seen that it inserts something before or after our element. Whenever you want to add something before or after the element, you can use pseudo element selectors at that situation as well. Now here, if I write suppose a paragraph and a double colon, and then I'll write before, and I'll write that content. Now here inside the content you can write anything. You can write any links, images, or any text as well. So here I am using text. So here I will write, hey, good morning. Okay, so you will notice that hey, good morning got inserted before all the paragraph tags. So this is how before works. Now similarly after is also the same. So if I write p tag and after, you will notice that same thing will happen. So let me write it. Did you see that this thing got inserted after the element in both the paragraphs? So my friends, this is how pseudo class and pseudo element selectors work. So it's very much simple, but it becomes handy at difficult situations when you have a lot to code and you want to put your whole creativity out. And also when you read somebody else's code, like when you do new projects and you need some guidance, right? So you read somebody else's code, so you should not get confused that what the heck is this. You should know that this particular property does this thing, this particular selectors works like this, the behavior of this value makes element behave like this, right? All of this thing must be considered, and that is why learning this very small things is very crucial.
So my friends, this much for today. I really hope that you have liked this video and you have learned a lot of new things from this video. Do not forget to share this with your friends because they might also find this helpful. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and access the playlist because in the previous videos I have covered a lot of important concepts which you might miss, and I really don't want you to miss that, because for a beginner all the basic concepts are so much important to make the foundation stronger. Plus, practice is the only key to become a better web developer. So I will recommend you all to please practice everything that you learn from my tutorial or any other tutorial on the internet, so that you become stronger with your foundations and become a better web developer. So this much for today. So bye bye, have a great day.